fear of death. Inasmuch then as the children have partaken of flesh and blood, he himself likewise shared in the same, that through death he might destroy him who had the power of death, that is, the devil, and release those who fought through fear of death, were all their lifetime subject to bondage. Hebrews 2:14 and 15. It's only a couple of decades ago when people would carry pocket-sized calendars in order to keep track of appointments. Sometime around the year 2000, they gave way to the Palm Pilot, then the cell phone, and then the smartphone, which syncs to a laptop, which all happened within a span of a few short years, roughly 15 to 20. iPhone debuting in 2007, but of course then it was only on one carrier, that was AT&T at the time, at least in the United States. It was limited and hard to get, and there wasn't a lot of support for that. That came out, or at least was announced, the year that I graduated high school, and I was mind blown, because Blackberries were mostly business application, and I remember the days when only businessmen carried cell phones. It wasn't even common for all adults to have them, let alone children. So just amazing. But continuing on, the art of time management seems to change as quickly as technology does, but one thing does not change: the need to budget carefully what little time we have. Watch the doom scrolling. At some point, we all realize that our time on earth is exceptionally short. When you're young, it seems as if life will be long enough to accommodate all of your dreams. But then again, as a child, waiting for Christmas seemed like an eternity. Now, it comes too fast every year. Sometime after you pass the statistical halfway point, you begin to realize that there is not enough time to do everything you would like to accomplish. You will have to prioritize. If you stop to think about it, it is amazing how many of our life decisions are driven by the fact that we are going to die. We make a point of spending time with people that matter to us because we know that none of us lasts forever. We arrange for our sunset years in advance, knowing that we will have specific needs as our bodies begin to deteriorate. In my case, I was born with a deteriorated one. We carefully plan how our worldly goods will be distributed after we die. Well, some of us. We buy various types of insurance because we know that the grave will eventually claim us. Sure, that's another discussion altogether. But imagine an existence that is not motivated by death. Not having to budget your time, because if you do not finish something today, you can always come back to it in a year or in 1,000. There is never a need to plan for the worst because the worst will never come. God has removed painful realities in this life and in this world, such as pain, suffering, and death. Through Jesus, we have not just been delivered from death, but from the fear of it. we can live entirely different lives because we know that we have not even begun to live. We may have to endure for a few short years on this fallen planet, but the real clock, the eternal one, starts ticking the moment Jesus comes back to claim us.